Hi, it's Steffi from Steffi's Beads and Baubles, and I've been a little bit AWOL lately. I've been dealing for the last, I swear it's been almost a year, computer issues. Even though I have a brand new computer, it's a gaming computer, it's supposed to be real powerful, but it decided wanted to put pictures in places I couldn't find them, and I was having a real struggle. And then on top of it, my camera, which I started this video, or this channel with this camera. This camera is 6 years old and it stripped out, so I could not put it on the tripod anymore. So after months of trying to figure out what to do, we even bought a new camera, and then if you remember that video, I had a couple videos where I was showing some jewelry I bought. It started making loud ticking noises, creaking noises. It was horrible. And I found out that was common with that camera, and back it went, and I had already bought batteries for that camera, so I'm going to try to sell those. Anyway, I'm back to my old camera. It works great. Everything's fine, so I'm trying to get back on my feet. So I was going to put these away, and I thought I would give you a look at what I bought. These two are two pieces I made recently. I did a video years ago on a squirrel using the same cookie cutter, but this one I did in brown. The ones I did before were 2 shades of gray and a pink, and my daughter really wanted a brown one. So I said, okay, I'll make you a brown one, and that's for her. Our older daughter had asked me for a lobster, and years ago I did a lobster video. She wanted one for her and one for her husband. Based on, I guess, friends, Rachel and Ross, they were going to be each other's lobster because they mate for life or something like that. So I made her her other lobster. And so those are 2 little things I did, and this is something I'm starting to do more often, and that is cover big knots with stacked sequins. Now I do have the light off. I can turn it on for a minute to show you that. But see how washed out everything gets on camera? It seems to reflect off the bags, so I thought I will not use it while I show you the sequins. Now, I have a lot of sequins, but there's a lot of colors I was very light in, and a lot of sizes. As there are so many different sizes and shapes of sequins anymore, I decided I would go through every few months. You know, the purple was the one I had the least of, so I decided I would go on, spend a little money, and I would take advantage of the free shipping on a large order. And I went through my purple sequins and wrote down every bag of Cartwrights I had. Then I went on there, and I do have a couple that aren't purple, but for the most part I got purple, and they were all different sizes and shapes or colors, or in the rare occasion one I really love that I bought a second one for, because I made my avocado video a little bit ago, and on that one of my favorite colors I used in that avocado had been discontinued. So I figured I better, if there was one I really, really loved, I'd get a second one. So this is one of the colors I got, and it is, I'm going to take my glasses off while I do this because it's easier for me to read. These are berry, and they are a very pretty pinkish purple. Now I think they were under the purple, but I believe I'll put some of these in the pinks. And some of these might have been pink before I decided to do all purple. These are 5mm. I use 5s and 6s for most of my ornaments. And so that's one of them. And then here's another one. This is orchid, and this is a metallic, and it's a slightly cupped 6mm. And these are the 2 sizes I usually use for my ornaments. On both of these are, I believe, 5mm ornaments, sequins for both of these. And they're my favorite size to use. Now this one is dark orchid. So I had orchid. You can see there's a drastic difference between orchid and dark orchid. And this is dark orchid, and it is another really pretty color. And this is a slightly cupped iridescent. Just very, very pretty. This is a teeny tiny. This is the smallest, I believe. I think they might have 1 or 2 that are a 2, and I think they're metallic. But most of the smallest ones are 3s, and I don't use them often because they are so small, sometimes a large seed bead will hide them. But they're very pretty, and they're a 3mm full cup, so they're like a full cup, where most sequins are mostly flat with the edge kind of going up a little bit. These are a full cup, you can see. And I got those, also I showed those earlier in the light pink. Oh, I know, I guess I didn't show those yet. I've done this video 3 times trying to get the lighting right, and it finally dawned on me I just need the light off. This is actually just purple metallic. Very pretty color. And these are also 5mm. These are, again, the orchid again in the smaller one. I showed you the 5mm. And these are the 4. So you can see the difference in size. It's quite significant from 4 to 5. Or is that 6? Wait a minute. That might be 6. Yes, that's the difference between 4 and 6. Sorry about that. This is dark purple. So I showed you the purple, and there's the dark purple. And these are also a little smaller. 5 versus, I think these are these 5 or 6? 6. I had these light pink that I picked up, even though I was doing purple. I picked up a couple non-purple items. And those were in a 3mm as well. Now these are lilac, which are very pretty, and they're a cupped metallic, 5mm. You can see how they're a little bit flatter than those fully cupped ones, where they're flat in the middle and then the edges just slightly go up. And my favorites are the 6mm slightly cupped, because they're a little bit flatter, and I just think they've still got a lot of shape to them, but they're shaped a little different. These are Plum Daddy, or Plum Dandy, I guess. 6mm, slightly cupped crystal opaque. So they have a really interesting shimmer to them. You can see they're like pink and purple. And Cartwright's is amazing. Now I have no affiliation with them other than a customer. 4mm, slightly cupped iridescent. And they're the tiny ones. And these are more of a clear. So like if you put these over a dark purple felt, you're going to get a different color than over a white felt, because they're kind of see-through to a point. These are black orchid. So we had orchid. Where's the orchid we had? Here's orchid. And then we had a dark orchid and orchid. Oh no, these are both different kinds of orchid. What in the world? These are different orchids. This one is metallic, and this one is that also metallic? Hold on. Yeah, I guess that's weird. Is it orchid? That is weird. In person, they look the same color. I don't know. They're a little bit off on camera. Well, this is a dark orchid. Now, this one's really cool. These are a flower. They're called ultraviolet, but they're really cool because they have this shimmery, they're a purple undertone, kind of like when you buy the carnival glass, and it might be a base color of red or purple or gold or green, and then it has the shimmer over it. That's what these are. Now these are iris, and they are a flat stamped looking pattern that have a opalescent finish on them. They're embossed. They're 6mm, and they are just stunning. This is a dark purple. We had the purple. Oh, I guess I bought, those are one of the ones I bought 2 of. Now these are satin and iridescent. They have a different finish on them. It really does make a difference. You'd be surprised. Well, these are a dark purple, but the teeny tinies, the 3s, I believe. 3mm. So you can see the difference. They're a completely different size between 6. And then these are the 5. Yeah. 6, 5, and 3. It's a big difference. Now these are another beautiful one. They're light purple with the opaque, slightly cupped opaque, and they're just a beautiful light purple with that little shimmer to them, and they're an opaque, so they're not clear. These here are dark purple again, and these are slightly cupped iridescent, so they're the clear ones like the smaller version. And these are 6mm. And you can see that these are a little bit wider and a little bit flatter, but they still have the cup on the end. And then these are pale purple, and they are the 4mm. So they're between the 3 and the 4, or 3 and the 5. These are grape, and these are metallic, and they're 4mm. Very pretty. These are more of the flowers. These are Purple Potion, and these are a smaller. These are 4mm. The other flowers, which are in right here, these are a different size. See, these are a 6, I believe. 6mm. These are a 4. And they have a different shimmer to them. These are much more flashy than these. They're both beautiful, though. Now, these are called Razzleberry. And I think they're supposed to be in the purple family, but I think they might go in my pink. And they are also a metallic flower. Are they metallic cup flower? They're a full cup. You can see how deep they are in a flower shape. Now these are a flower shape in the dark purple, or in the grape. I'm looking behind the camera and trying to read these. This is the grape again, which I showed you in the... And really when you look at them all together, there's dark purple, and here's purple, and dark orchid. Where's the other grape I had? A medium purple. You can see they're all just slightly different. Is this the other grape? Here's the other grape. So they're all like slightly different shades of purple. And that's what I wanted, because I've got a project I want to do where I need to do kind of a variation. Now here's a dark purple satin circle. It's a satin finish, and it's a circle embossed. Really pretty, and they are, I believe, 6mm. And then, so I got some other bright colors I'm going to show you in a minute. These are the grape in the tiny ones, in the 3mm. These are the grape ice. Now this is a specific, I bought a bunch of these ice and they've come out with more colors. This is the grape ice, the lemon ice. This is the peach ice. And this is the lime, I believe, ice. So I did grab those because I've been collecting these ice colors, and I have a bunch of other ones. And these were 4 of their newer colors. So I looked under their new items that were just out, and I grabbed those. Now these are orchid, again, and these are in a slightly cupped opaque 5. These are dark orchid again, and these are in a 4mm. Now this is a big flower. These are really beautiful, and these are in the grape. Just a beautiful flower. Periwinkle, and this is a 4, I believe. Yeah. Now this one's kind of one of those neat ones. There's the Plum Daddy again. I showed you Plum Daddy. I believe the flower. Wasn't it the flower I showed you in Plum Daddy? I cannot remember. But this is another Plum Daddy. And it's got a neat shimmery with an under color, just like the glass comes in, carnival glass. Light purple in a 5mm. So I think I had purple in a 6. Here's a 4. This is an ivory moonlight flower that I did not have. They're absolutely stunning, beautiful flowers. You got to remember, a lot of you are going to say, why are you buying so many? This you got to understand. This and my cookie cutters and my seed beads and my felt. They're not just a crafting supply to me. I collect them. They're fun for me. They're something I truly love. I enjoy looking at them. I like using them. And yeah, I'd have to live to 200 to probably use every sequin I have. But you know what? I'm planning on getting started and really giving it a good try to use as many as I can. White Moonlight, these are 5. They are stunning also. They've got a neat, is this a satin, or let's see, was this a satin? No, this is just slightly cupped opaque, and they're just beautiful. They got a gorgeous shimmer. You know, all the years I created, I did not have, this is a wine, which could go in pink or purple. It'll probably go more in the pink. All the years I created that I didn't have Cartwright. I think they started really, I think I started buying from them in the early early 2000s, maybe 2008 or 2009. And until then, there was not many sequins to choose from. You would go to the store and there'd be like maybe 10 colors. You know, you'd have blue, white, a basic purple like that purple metallic, a red metallic, a Christmas green metallic, an orange, a brown, and then you'd get a couple different pinks, maybe a couple different blues, but there wasn't much. It's a light purple iridescent. This is a light mauve. Why they consider some of these purple, I don't know. A dark purple, and this is a satin again, which has a really pretty satiny finish. This one is lilac again. This is a flower. It's a smaller flower. I get them in, no, this is a 6. Doesn't look like a 6. I guess it is. On camera it looks small. This is a lilac flower. I have the flowers in all the colors. I just picked up the couple I didn't have. That's the 3mm berry. Now this looks really light compared to the other berry I did. I know I showed you the other berry, but I'm not going to make you wait while I dig it out. I've had a couple berries. I've had a couple of the different. This is an iridescent. No, it's a full cup opaque, but you can see it's got a real pretty shimmer to it. And I really like those little tiny ones. This is a light orchid, 3mm. There's another ice, and this one is the Mojito ice. Beautiful green, absolutely stunning. Another wine. This is the 6mm cupped opaque. This is the light purple, slightly cupped 6mm metallic. And this is dark purple, 5mm, slightly cupped. But I love Cartwrights, and I actually reached out to them for a little bit of history, and I'll do that in another video. I was buying from them when they were still selling them in little tiny bags that they put a little cardboard top on. And then they started, I think she said they started doing this around 2008. There's really not much more to tell than that, but I'll confirm it in another video. But these are a 6mm, and they're the orchid, and they're the metallic flowers. This one's another real pretty flower, and this one is the wild orchid, and this is the crystal iris cupped flower. And that's the thing with sequins, and I might need to do a video on that one day to show you guys all the different finishes on sequins. This is light purple, but it's the cupped iridescent, so that's the clear. So whatever felt you put this on, it kind of enhances it because it's a clear finish. A clear color, if you know what I mean. Medium purple, fully cupped, iridescent, also that same thing, and this is a 3mm. This is purple potion, and is it potion? Yeah. And this one's kind of like the carnival glass too. It's got a purple undertone with copper and different colors reflecting in it. Only a few more to go. Light purple, 5mm. This is grape, 6mm, cupped metallic. And this one is medium orchid, 3mm, fully cupped, iridescent. This is a light purple, slightly cupped, opalescent. Now this is the ones I really love. These 6mm opaque ones have a really neat shape and finish to them. And these are my favorite to work with, but you don't get many with this finish. Then these are like little jewels when you put them on, because you put your sparkly seed beads. These are 3mm, slightly cut, fully cupped. Here's another one that's gorgeous. Pale orchid, and these are the satin circles. Down to a few more. Some more of the flowers. This is white moonlight, just gorgeous. I think I might have gotten 2 of these, because sometimes they discontinue. I got a lot of my flowers when they discontinued them on clearance. This is razzleberry, 6mm, slightly cupped metallic, and again it has that pretty shape that the 6mm, certain 6mm have. And then this one is lilac sky, 6mm, slightly cupped metallic. Some of these I couldn't get in the shapes or the sizes I wanted. Purple potion in the 6mm. So it's a pretty good haul. I got a lot of sequins here. And if you are interested in doing anything with sequins, definitely check out Cartwright. Let me show you their name. And you can tell I'm not affiliated. I'm not giving you a link. I'm not telling you to tell them I sent you. It's CC Cartwright. See? It's a double C Cartwright.com. And they're anywhere from $1. I don't know if there's any that are $1.50 anymore. When I first started buying them, they were like $1 a bag. Then they went up slightly, and I think they might be up to $1.50 or $1.75 a bag. Let me see if I have my receipt right here. Let me tell you. I might have it right here. Well, if I do, I'm not seeing it right offhand. I don't want to make you wait while I look. But I'll put it here in the video. I'll put the words of what I paid for the average bag. But I think $1.75 is safe. You get approximately 600 of the 6mm, and on the little tinies you get about 1,800. See, it depends on the size. And like the ones that are kind of in between, let's find a 5. Like here's a 5. Or is that a 6? That's a 6. This one has a 650. This is a 4. It has 1,200. Is this a 5? Here's a 5, and it has 1,000. So it depends on the size of the sequin you're buying, how many come in the bag. Anywhere from like 650 for the biggest ones. Now, they aren't the biggest ones. You can buy 8, 10, I think in some cases 12mm. They've also got other shapes. They've got all kinds of holiday shapes. But I love Cartwrights, and I'm going to do this again in a couple months. I'm going to go through and see which one I have the least amount of colors, and that'll be the next one I do. But purple was the one I literally only had a few. So, well, I had more than a few, but I had a lot of vintage ones, and I had a lot of modern ones I've bought like at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's. But Cartwrights, which are the best sequins you can buy, I wanted to make sure I had them all. And then that way, if I do this over the year and do this every year, I'll keep on top of the new ones, and I'll never run out of one that I really love, because I'll see when it goes on clearance. Because if I'd known the chartreuse color I loved was going on clearance, I would have bought 10 bags of it, because I really love that color. And I was able to get 4 bags of the 4mm, but it's not the same, so I'm kind of disappointed. But anyway, that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing, and you know, just having fun trying to get back to being creative, and been going through my cookie cutters and figuring out what I want to do next. I've got a couple fun projects I'm going to finish up with you that I started a while back, but that'll be fun to do, show you the finished product when they're done, and then show you the materials and how I did it, because that's how I'm doing most of my tutorials now, is I'll show you, here's what I made. These are the things, and I'll show you like on the squirrel. Like I've got the pieces. Like if I had not done a squirrel tutorial, I could show you. These are what I stamped out, and I'll show you the cookie cutter and what I used to stamp it out, and then show you the stamped out and then the cut out. That way I'm not making you sit through a full tutorial, but you can still see what I did. And then of course I've got a basic ornament tutorial you can watch, as well as any of my ornament tutorials. My older ones have all the steps in them. So there's lots of information on my channel. The new videos are more just to give you ideas of the new pieces I'm making, so you can have some ideas of fun things to make. And the cookie cutters out there, oh my gosh, the sky is the limit. There are people with cookie cutters, they use the, what are those called, 3D printers? And if you can think of it, you probably can buy the cookie cutter of it. And some of them, if you even reach out to them, I think I've even reached out a couple of times, and they told me that they could probably make something if I wanted it. So if you can dream it up, you can find a cookie cutter for it. I promise you. I would be shocked if you can't. And if you can't, then you just go back to old school, trace it on a piece of cardboard, and then trace it onto your felt. But most of the time you can get a cookie cutter to stamp it, especially if you're going to make more of them. Now, you might not want to buy cookie cutters if you don't collect them. I do. We bake with them, but we also use them for crafts, and they're just a collection, and someday I'll find a way to display them. For now, I've got 2 huge drawers, and then I've got these boxes up here. I don't know if you can see that. Those are all cookie cutters. And then I'll take you over here, and that big drawer there, and that big drawer, which is as deep as this shelf, you can see how deep that cabinet is, are full of cookie cutters. I've shown this a few times. I'll open the drawer and show you. This is one drawer. You can see how full that is. And this is my other drawer. And it's pretty full as well. And I collect all the different versions of different things. Trees are my favorite. I've got a whole bucket of trees, a bucket of angels. I've got Christmas. I've got animals. I've got Easter, Valentine's Day. You know, every kind of Thanksgiving. Just all kinds of different cookies. Lots of Christmas. That's just a drop in the bucket. I just put the ones in there that I'd want to do a video on. Or maybe do a video on. The ones that I don't have any intention of doing a video, they're in that drawer. So anyway, that's what I've been up to, and I will be back really soon with another video. I'm very excited to be creating again. Even if it's finishing up old projects, it's been a lot of fun. So thank you so much, and I'll be back again very soon. Bye.